Hello, Pizza Pax here, and we're back with our second pre-release kit from Guilds of Ravnica. This one is a Selesnya seeded kit. Let's see what we get and see what we can build. So the first in the series was Boros, and that one gave us some rather tough choices to make. So hopefully we get something really fun in this. Of course, we have our Selesnya themed spend down life counter. Very nice. Alright. A soldier token. The back of this is a code, so put that off to the side. Nice little divider. Back. Alright. So let's start off with our seeded pack. We have Tristani Discordant, which is very powerful. You know, foil stamped mythic, always nice. And these were from the weekend of the 29th through the 30th of September 2018, so almost 5 years ago. So we have our Tristani. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create 2/1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink at the beginning of each end step. Each player gains control of all creatures they own. We have a Selesnya Locket. Side, Join Shields. Ledev Champion. Very strong token producer. One moment. Sorry about that. Where were we? That was a recruiter call that I was expecting almost an hour ago. Fun stuff. Alright, so we also have a Conclave Guildmage, which is another strong token producer. Hedgeclaw Recluse, pretty good for slowing things down. Hunted Witness, it's a 1/1 that replaces itself. Sworn Companions, another token producer. Pax Favor, nice Convoke combat trick. Intrusive Plow Beast, or Pack Beast rather. It's kind of a meh 3/3 for 5. We have Devkaran Dissident, nice late game pump. Granati Shieldmate, 2/2 Vigilance for 2. Siege Worm, a nice Convoke threat. Ledev Guardian, another Convoke creature. And Selesnya Guildgate. Right. Nothing too exciting. The Tristani is really good. And Join Shields can lead to some massive blowouts. Let's see what else we got. Healer's Hawk. Fantastic 1-drop. Wishcoin Crab. Crawl Foragers. Really nice late game play to gain a bunch of life. Bartizan Bats. Man the Storm. Capture Sphere. Fantastic piece of removal in this set. Golgari Locket. That is our second Locket. Maniacal Rage. Hired Poisoner. Great Death Toucher for 1. Naughty Shieldmate. Number 2. Nightveil Predator. Probably not the route we're going. Circuitous Root. This is actually really powerful in that you can use it to pull gates out. Then ramping up 2 lands at 4 is fairly solid. Alright, Ocarina Assassin. Drowned Secrets. Whenever you cast a blue spell, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. Probably not the direction we're going. But we could take a mill strategy. There is the Blue Street Innocent, something like that, that really good at that, and then a Dimir Guildgate with a Bird Illusion. We have our second pack. Charging Sergeant, 10th Street, or 10th District Guard. Okay. Burglar Rats. Nice. We have Forcing Opponents to Discard, Wary by Sky Knight Legionnaire. Great. Overall, 2/2 for 3 with Vigilance and, or Haste and Flying. Candlelit Vigil, or Candlelight Vigil. Sonic Assault. It's a great trick. Rhizome Lurker, or Lurcher, rather. Fresh-Faced Recruit. Swarm Guildmage. We may actually end up using this alongside the Circuitous route and the Guild Gates. City Watch Sphinx. Very solid flyer. Crush Contraband. Probably not what we're looking to do. Vivid Revival. Return up to 3 target multicolored cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's interesting. And a nice Golgari Guildgate. Alright, 3 packs left. Nothing too super exciting so far. Kind of a meh pack so far. Maximize Velocity. Second Healer's Hawk is nice. Wild Ceratok, just vanilla 4/3 for 4. Child of Night. Fieldmate number 3. Fist Cyclops. Pitiless Gorgon is actually really good. Hammer Dropper. Artful Takedown. Samala Woodshaper. Now that's actually kind of exciting. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or enchantment card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So it is a 2/1 for 4. Goblin Crater Maker. It's actually a really solid red card. Crawl Storm. Okay. Enhanced Surveillance. You may look at an additional 2 cards each time you surveil, exile it, shuffle your graveyard into your library. This might actually be useful if we end up taking a mill approach. Peld Collector, there we go. One of the most powerful 1-drops in the set. And a second Dimir Guildgate. An Elf Knight. Alright, pack 4. Have another Hunted Witness. Vidalcan Mesmerist. Crushing Canopy. Severed Strands. It's a great piece of removal. Dimir Locket. Probably won't be playing that. Centaur Peacemaker. Very strong 3-drop that gains you 3 life. Or 4 life, rather. Each player gains 4 life. Can be nice. Darkblade Agent. Devious Cover-Up. First Wild Trooper. Second Sky Knight Legionnaire. Conclave Tribunal. This is actually one of the premium pieces of removal in the set. Second Ledev Champion. Very nice. We have Discovery and Dispersal. The second Tristani. Well, I think we are definitely going to be on color. Boros Guildgate. and a goblin token. So we have an overage of multicolored cards in this sealed pool. Probably just going to be playing a very strong green-white build, though. Skyline Scout, that's what we want to see. Pass Wall Adept, Maximize Velocity, Pax Favor, Veiled Shade, Garrison Sergeant, Deadly Visit, Izzet Locket, Direct Current, really nice piece of removal in red, although not really what we're looking for here. Integrity and Intervention might actually get played. Undercity Necrolisk. That could actually get played with our token strategy here. Dimir Spybug, which is really difficult to deal with, but we're not in Dimir. Then we have Tajik, Legion's Edge. Very nice. Foil Never Happened. And a second Boros Guild Gate. The Soldier token. Interesting. We have one Selesnya Guild Gate, one Golgari Guild Gate, and then two Boros Guild Gates, two Dimir Guild Gates. Just based on what we've seen, I'm going to say we're not playing blue. It's just not in the cards of what we pulled. So Discovery and Dispersal, although a lot of fun, not where we want to be. Which means we can also exclude the Darkblade Agent. Just not where this is headed. Same for Piston Fist Cyclops. Probably not playing Whisper Agent. Definitely not playing Night Veil Predator, although it is very strong. Not playing Sonic Assault. Or Artful Takedown. Okay. We do have two Sky Knight Legionnaires, which is interesting. Especially alongside the Tajik and some of the other things that we've pulled. Let's look at black, since that's the easiest one for us to rule out at this point. Undercity Necrolisk is interesting. We're not going to hit double black, so yeah. Soul Swarm isn't terrible, but probably not where we're going. Yeah, I think we can exclude black. At least the base black. Let's see. Let's look at our red next. Probably not doing anything with double red. Crater Maker is potentially good. You may want to consider Command the Storm. Alright. So, next, let's look at our gates. Probably want to play the Boros gates, since it's half on color anyway. Probably not playing the Dimir gates. Want to consider the Golgari gate. Not the Dimir gates, and definitely want to run the Selesnya gate. Now we have 4 lockets, which is a lot. Probably not playing the Dimir locket. May want to consider, like, the Golgari locket makes sense. The Selesnya locket, it's almost an auto-include. Don't think we're going to be playing the Izzet locket. consider those. All right. Let's look at our multicolored stuff and see where that leads us. We'll split these. I know we've got quite a bit that's good in Selesnya. Pitiless Gorgon is interesting because it can fit directly in without having to do much. Swarm Mage is really tempting. What we have here, Recruit, Lurcher, Sky Knight for 2, Walker Assassin. We're almost definitely playing Circuitous Route. Circuitous Route is a very hard word to say. We have our Conclave Guildmage, which we're almost certainly running. Second, oh, we had a second Ledev champion. Oh, we do. It's just misplaced. All right. So we're almost certainly not playing Walker Assassin. Doesn't really fit in with the theme that we're going with, which is going wide and fast. Which the Ledev champion, we're almost definitely playing both of those. Definitely playing our Guild Mage. Woodshaper seems unnecessary. Peacemaker is a maybe at the moment, and Join Shields is almost certainly getting played. Put that there. All right. So it looks like we're going to be heavier green. Even with that, though, we may want to consider running the Tajik. In fact, I almost certainly want to run that. Hammer Dropper is also very tempting, as is the Garrison Sergeant. Sky Knight Legionnaire is great, but we also don't want to have to run a ton of red sources. So I think we can actually just cut these to begin with. The idea is going to be to lean on Circuitous Route to make these better. Erstwhile Trooper, we don't really want to be discarding things. Rhizome Lurcher, Swarm Guild Mage are both interesting. And so is Undercity Necrolisk. Just because of how grindy a game we can play. I don't think Command the Storm is where we really want to be. Goblin Crater Maker does give us a lot of potential utility. Undercity Necrolisk is also interesting. Not sure on the Golgari Locket. But those are ones we were considering. All right, let's trim down our white. Definitely, absolutely, maybe, definitely. Crush Contraband. It's more of a sideboard card. Candlelit Vigil, not really what we're looking to do. 10th District Guard doesn't really do what we're looking to do. Healer's Hawk, great. Yeah, Convoking Creatures tends to be pretty good. Pack Beast is not where we want to be. Maybe on the Hunted Witness, which we have 2 of them. I think we can relegate those to sideboard. Like, these are all so-so as 2 drops, and this is just a very good card that we can play without having to splash. This is very messy so far. That's our white. Alright. Let's look at our green. Almost certainly want to play the route. Maybe. Crushing Canopy is a sideboard card. Pelt Collector is a definitely. Wild Ceratok is just vanilla. Vivid Revival is interesting. Murray Okapi is a maybe. Crawl Foragers we almost definitely want to play in this. Same. Siege Worm is fantastic. Dissident is good filler. And having a Recluse is good. Okapi, we're just... I think we can do better things at 3 mana. So let's see where we are here. Going to put these off to the side to start with. That's our non-creature stuff. Alright. Let's get these laid out. Definitely want to run both Tristani. There's no reason not to. Or 1/1. 3. Consider that a creature spell, even though it's a sorcery. Not. Or definitely want that. Having the first strike, it's relevant. Bernati Shieldmate is meh. Organ's great. Recluse is great. Dissonant's good. Siege Worm. Brawl. Hell Collector is fantastic. Conclave Tribunal is not a creature. Peacemaker. I don't know if that's really where we want to be, giving our opponent life, but we'll consider it. That, and then we absolutely want both Lidev champions. I think since we have the 2 champions, we can drop the Peacemaker. So, alright, where does this bring us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 14, 15, 19 creatures, not counting these. 22 creatures if we count those. Now the real question is, we bring these on. I think an Undercity Necrolisc makes sense. Since it's a menace threat. I don't think we actually need the Crater Maker. Garrison Sergeant is really nice. And Tajik is almost a must-play. Yeah, so if we do that... We're really heavy on our 3s. Really like the Garrison Sergeant, too. And we've got the Swarm Guild Mage. We are playing 4 colors if we do that. I don't think it quite makes sense to play the Golgari Locket. In either case. Although the 2 packs favor are really cool with the Garrison Sergeant. That's a teeny tiny splash. Absolutely playing Conclave, absolutely playing Route. Consider playing Join, Locket, and maybe Vivid. Like, that's a really chunky mana curve. It's really heavy on 3. All right, where are we if we do this? 5. You know, actually really like having the Hunteds in there too. I think Gorgon we can actually cut. This double green. All right. 5, 10, 15, 18, 22, 25, 29, 32 if we include these. Okay. I really like the Swarm Guild Mage, though it will be hard to cast. We just cut black. There's those two. Really like the Tajik. Or Tajik. Or Tajak. Tajik. I don't know. Really need the Vivid Revival. Join Fields is just too good. Like mid-game, it can just blow out an opponent. Hitchclaw Recluse is just mid. We still have 2 cuts to make at that point. And Sworn Companions boosts us into our Convoke stuff. Which we really want to be going like 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, Convoking on 4, and then if we go 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, we could potentially go turn 4 Siege Worm, which is just really powerful. So let's count out where we are again. So 6, 9, 13, 18, 20, 25. That's if we don't run the shield mates. Shield mates are really good for Convoke, though. I think we can actually just replace the fresh-faced recruit with the shield mate. With one of them at least. Wonka is good. Hex Favor gives us tricks. So we got 5, 9, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19 creatures. Which is a good spot. Still need 2 cuts. If we cut the black, we can cut the Golgari Guildgate. But that doesn't actually cut much. Like the Golgari Guildgate lets us run other things and doesn't really cost us anything. So might as well keep that in and have this as part of our board option. Maybe trimming one Pax Favor. Actually, I think going this and then 16 lands probably makes sense. I mean, I guess if we're doing that anyway. I mean, Garrison Sergeant is just so good, though. Yeah, we're already heavy on 5, though. Like, we do that and there, and then go 16 lands. I think that makes sense. And then we can bring that in place of something else, if it makes sense. I think that's where we're at. Seems good to me. So he came up with this neat little splashy green-white with a tiny splash of red Tajik Legion's Edge. Just does a whole bunch of stuff. It's haste, mentor, prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to other creatures you control. And then red-white, it gets first strike until end of turn. It's a 3/2 for 3. It's an absolutely nutty card. Yeah, as always, thank you for joining me on this adventure into the Guilds of Ravnica. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you would build. I'd really love to see what you guys come up with. Well, guys, gals, and other pals that all of you come up with. So yeah. As always, until next time, stay awesome, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.